Welcome to Hollywood First Look Features. I'm your host, Phan. It's a busy week in Hollywood, and this week we'll take you to the New York red carpet of the movie Blinded by the Light with Suzy Gulter and sit down with the stars of Jawline, including Liza Mandelup, Austin Tester, and Michael Weist. Plus, Lynn will take us to Derry, Maine without even leaving town. Find out how. But first, let's take a look at all the Hollywood buzz. Get ready to re-enter The Matrix. The Matrix 4 is happening, and fans around the world just can't wait. Lana Wachowski is set to write and direct a fourth film set in the world of The Matrix with Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss reprising their roles as Neo and Trinity. According to Variety magazine, the film is slated to begin production at the top of 2020. The three previous films, The Matrix Reloaded, and The Matrix Revolutions, have collectively earned more than $1.6 billion at the global box office. All three were written and directed by Lana and her sister Lily and starred Reeves and Moss. This year marks the 20th anniversary of the first Matrix. What happens when you put Oscar winner Charlize Theron and Nicole Kidman in a film together? You get Bombshell, a new movie that looks into the controversial role of Fox News and the explosive story of the woman who brought its creator Roger Ailes down. Its trailer just dropped, and with only one line of dialogue and the nuances of effective acting, this movie looks like it's going to be fascinating. John Lithgow, Allison Janney, Margot Robbie, and Connie Britton round out the cast. James Corden took over from Craig Ferguson in 2015 and, according to Variety magazine, will stay on until 2022 after the successful TV host burned his way to the top of American television. With his wildly popular carpool karaoke segments becoming an internet phenomenon, Corden is set to renegotiate his current $4 to $5 million payday for more. Congrats to James Corden. Gemma Chan is on fire. Hot off the heels of being cast in The Eternals, HBO Max has picked up a comedy titled Let Them All Talk, which stars Chan and heavy hitter Meryl Streep. HBO Max swooped in to pick up the feature project with Michael Sugar of Sugar 23 and attorney Jamie Felton brokering the deal on behalf of the filmmakers. Streep will play a celebrated author, while Chan is set to star as a young literary agent. Candice Bergen also joins the cast. Dwayne Johnson is having one heck of a week. First, he married his longtime love, Lauren Hashian, in a Hawaiian ceremony. Then he was named Hollywood's highest paid male actor for the second year in a row. According to Forbes, the former wrestler has earned an estimated $89 million in the past 12 months. Forbes found Johnson's pay to stem heavily from his high-grossing franchise movies, in which he picks up to 15% of the pool. His highest payout yet, however, will come from Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, which he will collect an upfront salary of up to $23 million. Following Johnson on the list is Chris Hemsworth at number 2 and Robert Downey Jr. in third. Hemsworth drew in $76 million for his work with Marvel and the reboot Men in Black International, while Downey Jr. came in close behind with $66 million. NBA star Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has stepped into the fray in the battle between Quentin Tarantino and Bruce Lee's daughter over Lee's portrayal in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. In an op-ed piece for The Hollywood Reporter, Abdul-Jabbar, a longtime friend of Lee, criticized Tarantino's handling of the character, saying, "Remember that time Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. kidney-punched a waiter for serving soggy croutons in his tomato soup? How about the time the Dalai Lama got wasted and spray-painted 'Karma is a Beach' on the Tibetan ambassador's limo? Probably not, since they never happened," the basketball star wrote. "But they could happen if a filmmaker decides to write those scenes into his or her movie. And even though we know the movie is fiction, those scenes will live on in our shared cultural conscience as impressions of these real people, thereby corrupting our memory of them built on their real-life actions." Abdul-Jabbar, who was the villain in Lee's 1978 film Game of Death, explained the harm in portraying an Asian American icon as a comedic prop for Brad Pitt, as it affects how he was remembered in culture. Abdul-Jabbar pointed out that Lee dedicated his life to breaking barriers and demolishing stereotypes around Asian actors in Hollywood. Elton John is a legend, and Taron Egerton brings the iconic musician to life in Rocket Man, which lands on 4K, Blu-ray, and DVD next Tuesday, August 27th, from Paramount Home Entertainment. Certified fresh by Rotten Tomatoes, Rocket Man explodes with energy and boasts incredible performances of Elton John's beloved songs by Egerton. This film also stars Jamie Bell and Bryce Dallas Howard. The releases also include breakthrough moments not seen in theaters, behind-the-scenes footage, and interviews with Elton John and the cast and filmmakers. Water may be ubiquitous in everyday life, but when it takes front and center in a movie, it becomes a powerful experience, reminding us of the beauty that can come from this element. Aquarella is a film that is playing at select theaters in LA, DC, and San Francisco and takes audiences on a deeply cinematic journey through the transformative beauty and raw power of water. Captured at a rare 96 frames per second, the film takes us to the frozen waters of Russia's Lake Baikal, to Miami in the throes of Hurricane Irma, to Venezuela's mighty Angel Falls. Sometimes you never know what influences in your life will affect you and where it will lead you. Find out what the correlation between a young Pakistani boy living in London in the 1980s and Bruce Springsteen is. Suzy Gulter has the details at the New York City premiere of Blinded by the Light.
Hi, I'm Suzy Gulter, and we're in New York City for a very special screening of Blinded by the Light. Let's take a first look.
What do you want?
A show that plays only Bruce Springsteen.
Huh? Nothing but Springsteen. That's your idea.
Bruce has a lot to say to students in this college. How will they know there's something better out there if they don't hear it?
My job is to play music that the students will connect to. Yeah, that means bros. That means curiosity. And yes, that even means Debbie Gibson. But Springsteen, he's more what your dad listens to.
Not my dad.
Of a runaway American dream. That night we ride through mansions of glory and suicide machines. Sprung from cages on Highway 9, chrome wheel, fuel injected and stepping out over the line. Oh, baby, this town rips the bones from your back. It's a death trap. It's a suicide rap. We gotta get out while we're young. 'Cause trans like us, baby, we were born to run.
You're hosting the special screening for the film. What was it about the story that really inspired you, that made you want to do this?
Yeah. One of the thing is, it's an incredibly beautiful film. B, I've been a big fan of Guru and the Chadda, the director, Summer Baji on the Beach, to Bend It Like Beckham, and, and the third is, which is I think is really important, is the movie tells the stories from our part of the world, about people like us, because at the end of the day, visibility matters, representation matters, and I think that's how the world is. I've always believed that the world is stronger in color, literally and metaphorically, so I wanted to come here, show support, a great film with great message, so I was like, why not?
So you're hosting this special screening for the film. What was it about the story that really inspired you to do this?
I think there are so many aspects of the story that sort of inspired me to be a part of this, to co-host. One being a Pakistani. I could completely relate to being a Pakistani American and growing up and sort of facing the difficulties of the journey of living in a traditional household and sort of overcoming that and pursuing a dream.
What are you most looking forward to in the film?
Well, of course, the music. I've actually already seen it, but I'm excited to be hosting this tonight. So I'm excited to also see everyone else's reaction to it. It's a beautiful film, and excited for my friends and family and guests to see it.
Great. Well, thank you so much, and thanks for hosting and for having all of us. So when thinking about the film, and there's a 16-year-old kid in high school, and he's in London, are there any aspects of that you feel like you can relate to growing up?
Absolutely. I mean, I grew up in the U.S., and I think the story of a first-generation kid is very universal, right? Our parents came here to be, to work hard, and they want their kids to do the same, focus on education, but I'm a creative, I'm an actor, I'm a producer, and so it took me a while to find that courage and speak up for myself, and I think that's exactly what this boy is going through.
And what do you think is the message that the producers want the audience to take away from this film?
Have the courage to follow your dreams.
So what are you most looking forward to in this film?
Well, I'm a huge fan of Grinda's work. Just for Bend It Like Beckham was probably the first time I ever saw or felt represented on the big screen. I'm from Australia, so it was all like Neighbours and Home and Away, and so I think seeing that and seeing a new a reiteration of that, and just really excited to see how it all pans out. Also love the music, so yeah.
And has there ever been a moment in your life where you feel that music has changed your life?
Oh, absolutely. So I'm a DJ, so I'm a musician, so I would say yes. Yeah, music is, the language that transcends all borders, so I think it's the most important thing.
And that was the VIP screening of Blinded by the Light in theaters August 16th. I'm Suzy Gulter, and you're watching Hollywood First Look Features.
Bruce sings about not letting the hardness of the world stop you from letting the best of you slip away. My hope is to build a bridge to my ambitions, but not a wall between my family and me.
Purpose of your visit?
I'm going to see Bruce Springsteen's hometown.
I can't think of a better reason to visit the United States than to see the home of the boss.
Tramps like us, baby, we were born to run.
Did you write that? I've told you before, your lyrics are rubbish. That didn't even rhyme!
Pachanga xin được hân hạnh bảo trợ chương trình này.
Now there are more ways to play your perfect combination at the all-new Pachanga Resort Casino. Whether you're a jack of all trades, a dancing queen, or want to live like a king. Whoever you are, you'll find more ways to escape, more ways to celebrate, and more ways to win at the all-new Pachanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination.
Quý vị vừa bỏ lỡ cho bịp bợm mới nhất của cái nghệ thuốc lá. Vì nó được trá hình. Thuốc lá điện tử được làm với hương vị kẹo mà trẻ em yêu thích. Khó nhận ra hơn nhưng vẫn độc hại. Hương vị là con đường dẫn đến nghiện ngập.
Nếu quý vị bị loãng xương sau khi mãn kinh và có nguy cơ gãy xương cao, bây giờ có thể không phải lúc để tự hỏi xương của mình có chắc khỏe không? Cuộc sống đầy những khoảnh khắc may rủi nên giúp giảm nguy cơ gãy xương rất quan trọng. Cùng với Prolia, chỉ Prolia được chứng minh giúp tăng cường và bảo vệ xương khỏi bị gãy với một mũi chích mỗi 6 tháng.
Không dùng Prolia nếu quý vị có canxi trong máu thấp, đang mang thai, dị ứng với thuốc, hoặc dùng Activa, phản ứng dị ứng nghiêm trọng như huyết áp thấp, khó thở, nghẹn họng, sưng mặt, môi hoặc lưỡi, nổi mẩn, ngứa hoặc nổi mề đay đã xảy ra. Nói với bác sĩ các vấn đề nha khoa vì vấn đề xương hàm nghiêm trọng có thể xảy ra, hoặc đau hông bẹn hoặc đùi mới hay bất thường vì gãy xương đùi bất thường đã xảy ra. Nói chuyện với bác sĩ trước khi ngừng Prolia vì gãy xương cột sống và xương khác đã xảy ra. Prolia có thể gây ra phản ứng phụ nghiêm trọng như hạ canxi máu, nhiễm trùng nghiêm trọng có thể cần đi bệnh viện, vấn đề về da và đau xương khớp hoặc cơ nghiêm trọng.
Quý vị đã sẵn sàng chưa? Hãy hỏi bác sĩ cách Prolia giúp xương chắc khỏe hơn.
In the world of millennials and social media, the world is your oyster. This is especially true for Austin Tester, an influencer from Nashville, Tennessee. He stars in a new documentary called Jawline, coming to Hulu, about what it takes to build a following and what the sacrifices are.
All right, let me look good. I gotta look good for the camera. Yo, what's up, guys? I'm live right now on You Now. The name's below. Come watch. Let's spread some positivity and love. So come watch. What else do you got to do? It's so crazy. There is no shortage of people wanting to be famous on social media. But you cannot simply just make content. You need a team and people working for your goals. You gotta stop the fans! I just want to tell y'all guys, if you got a dream, you got to chase it. Don't let anyone's opinions affect you. Damn, that was such a terrible broadcast.
Broadcasting, it feels kind of weird, but it also feels like you have a family.
At first, I didn't understand it. They're like those friends that I've never had and I wish I had.
Opportunity does come across you some point in your life. It's just like whether you're smart enough to see it or take it.
I came up with this film just by thinking about my own teenage years and how intense that time was for me. And I started thinking about how different it must be to be a teenager today when social media is a part of your existence and technology is an extension of you. and I just kind of started doing some research, and I found the world of meet and greets, and it sort of snowballed from there.
Natrice, I hope I said that right for the likes. Thank you, Olivia. Dang, y'all. All right, stop giving me likes now. Y'all stop being so nice. I can't have that. Can't have that. It's funny, a lot of people's like, you're happy all the time. Like, no, a lot of times, well, no, I am happy a lot of times, but sometimes even when I'm not happy, I fake it because this is what I fake it till I make it. You know, even when I'm not happy, I'm going to try to act happy. So, like, at least me acting happy, maybe that'll turn my emotions into happiness. Because, like, when I'm having a bad day, I hope that I'm so positive that other people, they become positive. So I'll just go look at them and stuff.
As a filmmaker, I don't approach something like, you will be my main character, we're gonna film for years, like you're the star. Like it's everything is very gradual and organic, just the same way a real relationship would be. And I'm getting to know my subject on camera. And so when we met Austin, we flew to his house in Tennessee, and we spent some time with his family. We were filming the whole time, but it wasn't like he immediately was our main character. It was kind of, we were getting to know each other, and the more I got to know him and his family, the more I realized that this was my story. But I think that Austin is kind of, he says everything that's on his mind, and he's very, he's very like open with us, and that was part of why I really liked filming with him. But also we genuinely got along, so I think that the connection is something that you see on camera, because he was lovely to be around.
Finding someone who looks cute on Instagram and gaining them 1 million followers is so easy to do. What happens when they're 30? Because when they're not cute, it's game over. There's no longevity behind it.
I started this when I was 17, actually. Like, I started doing all of this kind of thing when I was like 16, 17. And there was a point in kind of which I guess I realized this could be a career, and I decided to drop out of college and move to LA and do it full time. So I don't know, but if I look back at like 6 years ago or whatever, when I was like kind of starting out, I think I was just like going with it and seeing what was going to happen. And then over time, it evolved into something where I was like, oh, okay, this is our career. Let's do this, and let's put everything into it. And yeah, over time, it just kind of evolved.
Michael's where the real entertainment is. I was at VidCon filming with some people that weren't our main characters. And I think you actually came up to me. Yeah. I think that I was just always impressed by like how much power and knowledge he had in the industry, where a lot of people wanted to have that power and knowledge, and it was almost like he was a gatekeeper for it. And I think that I was filming with a lot of people who dreamed of having the access to that and dreamed of just knowing exactly how to make it big. And so it was funny too, because even like some of like the crew would like hit me up after and be like, do you think Michael can get me verified? Like, do you think like Michael could grow my following? And like, it was like, if you could do the things you say you can do, like everybody wants in. I was really nervous to show it to Austin, because I was like, is he gonna like this? You know, I spent a lot of time editing this to be true representation of who he is. I just was like, by the time I showed it to him, I was like, I hope I did it right. When we showed the film to him, he loved it, and he also kind of was like, I didn't know you guys were making that. Like, I think that he didn't realize what kind of film we were making, even though we kept telling him. I think that he just kind of thought, I don't know, maybe we're making like some YouTube documentary, like, or something. But I think that he was kind of blown away by it, and also he was watching it like he was watching a memory of himself, where he was like, he was like, I can't believe how much you changed at that age. And I was watching it happen, and by the time we had shown it to him, he was much older and acting, at least.
The first time I actually like watched it, Liza actually flew to my house, showed it to me there for the first time, which was like, I told someone else, it kind of felt like a dream. And it's still, every time I watch it, I feel something different, because I'm looking for someone else's like interpretation of it and their reaction, you know. I don't know, it was weird. It's like watching a time capsule of your life, and like, well, a diary entry of like this time period, and I can see myself, and I was like, if only you knew. Or like, I just watch myself kind of grow as a person, and I don't know, even though it wasn't that long ago, it still feels like long ago. Like, do I? You're wiser. Yeah, I'm definitely wiser. Thank you. Jawline premieres on Hulu August 23rd.
It is 10:06 p.m. I'm not famous right now. Hopefully I'll be famous soon. I'm just gonna tell you this, guys. Just whatever you want in life, go get it.
For any of you brave enough to traverse the It Chapter 2 experience in Hollywood, you're in for a treat. Join Kiyra as she takes us to Derry, Maine for this interactive experience and see if she runs into Pennywise. Hopefully she won't.
This is Kiyra with Hollywood First Look Features, and right now I'm here in Derry, Maine, where it's been reported that people have gone missing, eerily similar to events that happened 27 years ago. In light of the tragic events, the town of Derry has decided to go on with their Derry Canal Days Festival. Let's take a first look. The town of Derry, Maine is taking over the famed corner of Hollywood and Vine. Fans of the top-grossing horror movie of all time can gear up for the finale with a trip to the Derry Canal Days Festival and Funhouse, recreating a key set piece from the new film. Play classic carnival games and step up to the photo op Ferris wheel. I'm about to check out this enormous funhouse. I'll see you guys on the other side. Only the bravest will enter the funhouse, where you never know who or what you might encounter. Face your fears as you navigate 10 immersive rooms, including a deceptive hall of mirrors, Derry's eerie sewers, that's some heavy breathing, and much more. While in the experience, at any moment, guests may encounter their host, who could be around each twisted turn.
Pennywise freaking out. Let's take that as a sign to leave. Quickly.
After all, it's been 27 years, and he's missed you. The It Experience Chapter 2 will be open from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. daily, and admission is free. Those in the walk-up line who can show proof of an It Chapter 2 IMAX movie ticket purchase will be allowed to join the reservation line. For more information, go to theitexperiencechapter2.com. The Derry Canal Days Festival and Funhouse featuring Pennywise the Clown is up and running between August 15th and September 8th. This is Kiyra Lynn, and you're watching Hollywood First Look Features.
27 years, I dreamt of you. I craved you. I missed you.
We need to finish it. For good.
You've seen all of us die. It consumes us from the inside until we don't have a choice anymore.
You lied. And I died. You lied. And I died.
That will do it for us here on Hollywood First Look Features. Until next time, thanks for joining us.
What is that?
They're drones! They're drones! Get the president in the water!
How long after this last concussion did the migraine start?
Pretty much right away.
So we're going under. Dive deep.
You need to be a lot more careful.
Agent Banning is charged with the attempted murder of the President of the United States.
You said it was from a car accident?
Yeah.
What line of work are you in?
Computer sales?
A statewide manhunt is underway.
Mike?
You okay?
What's going on?
There's somebody else behind us. It wasn't me.
I just want you to come home safe.
I love you.
You almost blew me up.
You're welcome. You can't hide from us. Don't worry about finding me. I'll find you.
Pachanga xin được hân hạnh bảo trợ chương trình này.
Now there are more ways to play your perfect combination at the all-new Pachanga Resort Casino. Whether it's date night, game night, or your night. Whoever you are, you'll find more ways to escape, more ways to celebrate, and more ways to win at the all-new Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination.
Bạn có những ước mơ lớn cho con em mình. Kỹ nghệ thuốc lá cũng mơ ước như vậy. 4 trong 5 trẻ em đã từng sử dụng thuốc lá, bắt đầu với một sản phẩm có hương vị.
Nếu quý vị bị loãng xương sau khi mãn kinh và có nguy cơ gãy xương cao, bây giờ có thể không phải lúc để tự hỏi xương của mình có chắc khỏe không? Cuộc sống đầy những khoảnh khắc may rủi nên giúp giảm nguy cơ gãy xương rất quan trọng. Cùng với Prolia, chỉ Prolia được chứng minh giúp tăng cường và bảo vệ xương khỏi bị gãy với 1 mũi chích mỗi 6 tháng.
Không dùng Prolia nếu quý vị có canxi trong máu thấp, đang mang thai, dị ứng với thuốc, hoặc dùng Echiva. Phản ứng dị ứng nghiêm trọng như huyết áp thấp, khó thở, nghẹn họng, sưng mặt, môi hoặc lưỡi, nổi mẩn, ngứa hoặc nổi mề đay đã xảy ra. Nói với bác sĩ các vấn đề nha khoa vì vấn đề xương hàm nghiêm trọng có thể xảy ra, hoặc đau hông bẹn hoặc đùi mới hay bất thường vì gãy xương đùi bất thường đã xảy ra. Nói chuyện với bác sĩ trước khi ngừng Prolia vì gãy xương cột sống và xương khác đã xảy ra. Prolia có thể gây ra phản ứng phụ nghiêm trọng như hạ canxi máu, nhiễm trùng nghiêm trọng có thể cần đi bệnh viện, vấn đề về da và đau xương khớp hoặc cơ nghiêm trọng.
Quý vị đã sẵn sàng chưa? Hãy hỏi bác sĩ cách Prolia giúp xương chắc khỏe hơn.